Good day everyone. In this video, we would be talking about the theological understanding and Christian dimensions of marriage. The topics for discussion in this video is first, the theological perspective of marriage, which consists of the procreative end of marriage and its unitive end. Second is the dimensions of marriage, which consists of marriage as a contract, marriage as a covenant, marriage as a sacrament, and marriage as a vocation. First things first, we talk about the theological perspective on marriage. Augustine, before becoming a well-known doctor of the church, was once a Manichaean who believed that the body was created by evil and therefore also evil, though it holds a certain amount of goodness. After he converted to the Catholic faith and his eventual election as the Bishop of Hippo, he wrote several treatises on marriage wherein he defines the good of marriage, namely fides, proles, and sacramentum, fidelity, procreation, and sacrament. On the other hand, Aquinas believes that since man is a rational creature, he can identify things that can make him happy and thus pursue them, seeing them as ends and goods. He believes that it also applies to marriage, giving it a certain rational order, as a person is naturally inclined to choose certain ends, like procreation, which in turn fosters the preservation of humanity.
The procreative end of marriage. For Aquinas, proles does not merely pertain to the continuation of the species. Rather, it is a more meaningful one, or as you would call bonum prolis, the education of children. Regarding its principal end, which is the good of offspring, nature does not intend only their generation, but their upbringing, and their advancement to the perfect state of man as man, which is the state of virtue. The unitive end. According to Aquinas, marriage does not only occur among men for the procreation and nurturing of children, but also for the consortium of a shared life for the sake of sharing the labors. With the idea of shared life in mind, Aquinas presents that the second end of marriage supports the first end wherein the parents seek to store up treasures for their children, who are their common good.
So following this topic, we would also discuss the dimensions of marriage. The first thing under this is marriage as a contract. Marriage is a special contract of permanent union between a man and a woman entered into in accordance with the law for the establishment of conjugal and family life. Secondly, marriage is a covenant. Unlike a contract which binds a couple to the law and upon the agreed upon terms, covenant entails a deeper layer of trust, love, and consent between the couple. This covenant between husband and wife mirrors the covenant God made with his people. Thirdly, marriage as a sacrament. Sacraments are sensible signs instituted by Christ which confer grace. Marriage becomes a sacrament through the mutual self-giving and acceptance of the couple, which in turn reflects the love of God to people around the couple. They became a sacrament, reminding people of the presence of Christ, the one who instituted the sacrament of marriage. And lastly, marriage is a vocation. Marriage is a call by God to join him in the creative act of bringing new life into the world. It is a call to join God in being a steward, not just a co-creator, but to also guide this new life and affect goodness in the world. That is all for our discussion. Thank you so much for listening.